Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is upper? What is upper? Looks like I'm crooked. Hello, happy Friday, and welcome to Coffee and Conversation. Where today I did a little research on modern dating, and I was trying to relate myself to these questions. So today I'm going to be asking, am I extra for agreeing with these questions? I mean, with these statements, or are you just basic? I just thought that was a catchy title, so that's the reason why I chose that. Once again, let me check. StreamYard has really been acting crazy. Let me check on here. I see people here, but I don't see them. There we go. What's up, Sunday Backyard Farmer? That you did a great premiere. I watched it this morning. About 8:30 last night. I was like, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna stay up till 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna watch this premiere. About 10 o'clock, 10:15 ish. I was out like a light, but I watched it this morning. Uh, Okay, it's acting right now. I was scared because I didn't see anybody in here. I was like, well, is StreamYard acting up? So, okay, everybody's popping in, but it's still saying two people in here. But clearly, there's more than two people. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard lately. So, like I said, we have, okay, now, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. It's like real cluckery right now. So, as I said, as the thumbnail and the title of this live stream is Am I Extra? Are you basic? So I did a little research on modern dating and it has some statements and quotes from women who are modern daters and non-traditional, the woman stays in the house kind of thing. I'm more modern. So I was like, okay, this is me. Let's see what people like myself tend to go for as far as dating. So I'm going to bring up the invite. I would really love to hear a man's perspective on some of these. So I will bring that up in a moment. I keep forgetting I'm on StreamYard now. Team StreamYard. So there goes Sunday Backyard Farmer. What's up, Jegs, Honey Slanga, the number one lady, Ezel. We up in here. We got Miss Sunkissed, Miss Queen Sunkissed. I apologize. So as you guys know, tomorrow is the last hypathon for a minute. We're not going to do May. We're going to revamp. Well, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. He's officially taking over it, and he's going to upgrade it and everything, so it can be more of a professional like hypathon, and it's going to be wonderful. So I myself will be on from 2 to 3 o'clock. So be there or be square. I think I'm going to be going live on YouTube as well as TikTok because I have not been on live on TikTok in a minute. And yeah, that helps me get more followings over there as well. Good morning, Jared. Everybody saying hi. What's up, Indiana? Jackson. Everybody saying hi. Hey, bro, we all watched the premiere. That's what's up. That's what's up. I called it this morning. What's up, Nova Real? How you doing? How you doing? Abandoned Boys, what's up? I saw you in Kel Universe's live last night. It was good seeing you again, sir. Everybody saying hi. So, what's up, CC Texas Garden? How you doing? Your crop, your well, they weren't greens. Swiss chard. That's what it was. I think it was Swiss chard. Looking amazing. Also, I think I'm going to start the day off every morning with I've been writing a whole bunch of things. Kids are our little blessings, our little angels or whatnot. But I wrote a book. Kids get on my nerves.com. So we're going to start off every morning. I'm going to see if this relates to you and your children as well. But yeah, every morning we're going to say hi. I'm going to tell you how it's going to roll for the rest of 2023. We're going to say hi. We're going to meet and greet. We're going to start off with a quote from Kids Get On My Nerves.com. And yeah, we're going to start the day. What's up, Jay Jordan? I thought you were going live today. Are you live? Are you going live? I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to read this Kids Get On My Nerves. And we're going to get started. Oh, okay. He's going to be in the bushes. Never mind. Okay, what's up, Bud Files? Trish the Natural, good to see you. Story time with Miss T. So let me read a quote. Let me see. Which one should I start with? How come children have the hardest time remembering when you tell them to take the meat out of the freezer or the fridge for dinner, but they can remember and hound you down when you tell them you're going to do something for them. Quote unquote. Didn't you say you're going to take me to the mall? Quote unquote. Didn't you say you was going to give me $20 on Friday? Is that just mine or is that all kids? How come they have a problem remembering what I tell them to do? But when it's something that benefits them, they're all for it. They remember everything. What's up, Mr. Emotions? How you doing, sir? It is good seeing you. Now, every now and then, we may need to revisit one of these because, kids kind of do the same things, but in different ways. I'm sorry about that. I kicked the desk. Oh, okay. There's that one. What's today's date? The 7th? I'm going to say it's the 7th. 23. And that is our word for the day. Feel free to let me know if your kids are the same way. Forgetful, but when it's something that benefits them, they're all for it. Okay, no, yours were the same way. Okay, is it me? Was I tripping? Okay. You remember that little piece of cash? You can't remember us eating dinner? Us what we're gonna eat for dinner tonight? Okay. Love it, love it, love it. So here's the link. And today we are asking, 'cause as I said earlier, I read a couple of quotes from some other articles online, and they were talking about what modern women would like in dating as far as, let's see. Well, let's just go ahead and get into it. Where's my phone? I'm so unorganized, so chaotic. And I would really like to hear a man's perspective, but let's go ahead and go get started. Let me see. The place where I got these from. There's me. Okay. Wrong one. I have so many saved. I do a lot of screenshotting. What's up, Anne-Marie? How are you? Okay, girl. Am I extra or are they basic? She said she's at the doctor's office. Everybody say hi to Anne-Marie. She said good morning to everybody. My kids are grown, but they still like that. Man, is this why I gotta look forward to the rest of my life? They won't remember a thing I tell them to do unless, oh, you say you gonna help me get my car fixed? You gonna do this? You gonna do that? So the places where I went to get this information, one was called www.lovepanky.com. How to be more romantic, cute ways to meet your playmate. And then the other one was www.marriage.com, 30 ways to be romantic in a marriage. In a marriage, or I'm not married, but I still wanted the info. They had 30 ways on how you can be romantic. So I was all intrigued. Let me see. Good morning, Miss Patty. My 15-year-old forgets everything he has to do. Facts. Mine is 16 and forgets everything. I'm like, why? Why? Everybody say hi to Miss Patty. She no, I don't believe you go live anymore in the morning for the walk, so I'm kind of lost. I have to try to catch the community tab. So I need to do better at reading community tabs so I can catch the next time you go live for walking. Good morning, Miss Gina versus Gina, Team Midwest in the house. So for the people just coming in, every morning I read out my book of Kids Get on My Nerves.com. And today's quote of the day was, how come when you remind your kids, no, let me read it word for word. We got to get it correct. We got to get it correct. And then we're going to start off with the conversation. Okay. How come children have the hardest time remembering when you said take the meat out the fridge for dinner, but when they need something that benefits them, they will keep hounding you and reminding you that you said you were going to do something for them? Quote unquote. Then you say you was going to take me to the mall. Then you say you're going to give me some money when you get paid on Friday. When my daughter was younger and I knew I was going to do something for her, at a certain time, I didn't tell her until the last minute, because if I tell her in advance, about still to this day sometimes, if I would tell her now, she'll be on it. She'll be like every day. She'll be like, remember you said you want me to add that stuff to your cart on Shein so you can buy my stuff too? You said you was gonna go half on me with this. No, I get so tired of them sometimes. Let me see. Yeah, happy Easter weekend. So Saturday is the last of Hypathon until hopefully June. And then Sunday is Easter. And today is Good Friday. Hey, happy Good Friday. Okay, she was live this morning. Had an emergency yesterday and had to cancel. Prayers out to Miss Patty and everyone. Hope everything is okay over there. Good morning, Design with Emma. Always great to see you. Love your home decor. I'm trying, as soon as my daughter graduates and goes off to college, I want to relocate and I would love your expertise to design my home. Okay. So I know how to pin comments. I mean pin the hold on. I know how to pin. Let me get it together. Okay, I'm back. I remember I know how to pin the comment. I mean pin the invite. So if anybody wants to come up, I was reading articles on women who are modern daters and what they like in relationships. And I call myself, I tend to be a modern dater. I'm not traditional. I'm not the one that stays at home while the man does, the cooking and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, let's go ahead and hop on into this. Okay, am I extra or are you basic? Because I like taking naps together. I think that's pretty common. That goes on both hands. Traditional and hold on, sheet. Can you hear me, sheet?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up, sheet? Okay, Gina versus Gina is still out there in Las Vegas. Must be nice. How you doing, sir? Are you on the road? Oh, he got me on mute. He must be over there working.
Always.
Okay, got to get that money. So before I even get started any further, we got 15 people in here. Let me know, do you consider yourself more traditional or more modern as far as dating, marriage, all that kind of stuff? Do you like more of a traditional type setting, like you come home, your wife cooks and all that kind of stuff? Are you more modern? How
Well, I guess it's a mixture of both because my wife mostly cooks, but every now and then I cook. I cook, I clean. It's pretty much kind of share stuff, but she cooked more than me though.
what's up, Black Tropical? Yeah, we're talking about modern dating, traditional dating, in 2023. I think I have modern ways, but some of the things I do in dating and in life are like more traditional. Like, well, I don't cook. Well, I can cook. I don't want to be out there like I don't cook nothing. I don't do nothing. But yeah, I'll tend to stay in the house sometimes and like cook and clean while the guy go out there cut the grass and all that kind of stuff. But I want to go out. I want to like have drinks. I want to like vacation and all that kind of stuff. Is that What's okay? Let's see. What's the difference you think is between traditional type dating or marriage and like modern? Like, what would be an example like a traditional type setting, and what's more of a modern? 'Cause I don't know. My mind frame is set on like I'm a little combination of both. I know you've been married and in the game for a while. What's up, you learning
Could
with
you,
Barbara?
you repeat that? I cut out for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like what do you think is like? What do you consider traditional? Well, I say for you, traditional marriage. I guess traditional in my eyes would be like the wife stays home, the man brings home the bacon, the money, whatever, and thou shall obey the husband or whatever. And then you have the modern where the man and the woman works, but everybody's bringing home money. Uh, something like that kind of setting. Not everybody, not ready to be a traditional wife. So yeah, how would you describe a traditional dating marriage and then like a more modern?
Well,
Is there a
traditional is mostly into it's the difference. The traditional side is mostly in the attitude and the way you carry yourself as the man and the woman in a relationship. I mean, for instance, everybody always say that the women are traditional, that they stay home and take care of the kids, but back during those traditional times, a lot of women still work. They had cleaning jobs where they'll do every once in a while, or they'll sew for somebody in the community and get some money for that. But it's more or less like they want to make it that women didn't do nothing and they were just kept, and all they did was cook and clean and took care of the house. So that's kind of subjective. But to me, it's like when you're looking at more along the lines of traditional, I look at it as the woman, they kind of working with each other. It gets kind of, I don't know how to say it, but you a woman to get offended if a man says she knows her place. But
Facts.
knowing your place is not even just him being rule over her. It's just that like when men are talking, like basically when adults are talking, kids are supposed to be quiet. If men talking about something and you see your husband do, I mean, kind of pull them to the side and don't just bust them out in front of everybody. I seen people do that, like embarrass their husband, and I'm like, wow. You know, even to the side of this whole modern thing, a lot of women will go and kind of go at men as not being providers or not being a certain type of way. That's more like the modern way, to where if a man is don't make enough money to take care of the family, I mean, if you're with this guy, work with him instead of working against him. Oh, he don't make enough money for this. That's more on the modern side. But like I say, the traditional is more when a woman knows like the family structure, like her husband is a certain way, and she tries to protect him just as he's protecting her. That's more traditional for the woman side. The man side of the traditional is, of course, pay the bills, protect, provide, all this stuff. And the more modern side is where they both work for a greater cause. Well, both of them work, both of them put their money in to like benefit the family. That's to me a modern type of relationship is more or less when the man and the woman is working for the greater goal and they're working together. You got some people that try to say, well,
First, welcome
that's
me,
not.
Black. You say hi to
Go ahead.
Black Tropical. Say hi to Black Tropical. I know you was in the zone, brother. I know you was there. We just got another person up on the panel. Hello, G. You still
Yeah.
there? Oh, good morning, Black Tropical. How
Can
you
you hear
doing?
me?
Yeah, I hear you now, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing? I love the fact that okay. I know she has been married for about 15 plus years. I love it because I'm single, never been married. I love how the married people are coming in. Guide me, please. Help me out.
I mean, what?
I know yesterday I was telling a story. A guy asked me for my phone number. I gave it to him. We were texting back and forth yesterday. He waits until the end of the day, like, oh yeah, I do have a girlfriend. I was like, well, sir, why didn't you tell me this in advance? Why didn't you tell
Yeah.
me this? Why didn't you even ask me for my phone number? Like, so I'm kind of over dating right now. So yeah, like what am I doing wrong? It's kind of why I'm like,
It's
what?
not you. I mean, I got to the point where I was over dating after my ex, after my ex boyfriend. I was like, I'm sick of dating. People play too many games. They not truthful with you up front and whatever. Honestly, I met my husband on a dating site because I just said, I'll mingle and have fun. I can sit right here at home and have fun playing games with these folks. But I ran into my husband, and the first thing he told me was, well, I talked to him for a few weeks, and eventually, when we got ready to have our first date, he said, you're a good girl, and I got things going on. I've been dating, and he said, but give me some time to straighten that out because I don't want to ruin something that could be great. And I felt like, man, like people don't do that, but
Right.
okay. Like I wasn't looking for a boyfriend or a husband. I was just
Mhm.
living life, basically. So don't look for just go on and live life. Enjoy life. If you want to talk to somebody, you talk to them, but don't look for that husband in them because then you'll start ignoring all the red flags. You'll start pacifying little stuff like, oh, maybe it's just this. Don't look for it. Like whoever it is, you need to be you, and he need to be him. You can't base it on nobody else relationship or what other people going through. We live a traditional life. When I met my husband, I worked, he worked. Over a few years, we decided, okay, let's do this traditional thing. I am a homesteading housewife. I do all of the house chores. I have a schedule. Just because I'm home doesn't mean that I don't work. My work is for my husband and for God.
Okay.
So, well, God first and then my husband. I take care of all of our business. We have our own trucking company. So I take care of the back end of that and making sure we have parts and doing. So I play my part, but at home, I don't just lay in the bed all day. I don't get up when I want to. I'm up at a certain time, feeding the animals, cooking breakfast for my husband, making sure the house is clean, washing clothes. These are things my husband will not have to do. But if he had to, he would. And sometimes he say, I want to cook. And he cooked. But I'm going to handle me. Pay the bills. I don't know what these bills look like. And he don't ever come home and say, pay half of the cable bill because I'm going to cook dinner tonight. We don't have those type of agreements. I never see a bill.
Amen.
I never worry about a bill. And when I want something or need something, I don't hurt for anything. So when he come home, all he need to do is chill. Now we do share our hobby, which is growing our own food and raising our own food, because that's what we choose to do. And it's a whole lot of stuff, but those are shared responsibilities. I don't cut grass, little things like that. I don't do. I don't work on the cars or the trucks. Those are things he do, but I just make it so that he doesn't have to do anything in this house other than chill and watch TV and eat.
Girl, you brought up so many, like, I was about ready to start bringing my pen and paper and take notes. You brought up so many good topics, and I'm so glad you're here. So, like, I'm single, so a lot of people are like giving me advice and everything. That I really appreciate it. So, make sure I say this right. So, a lot of people are like, when you are the girlfriend, play the girlfriend role. When you are the wifey, you do the wifey role. So, like,
There's no such thing.
okay, that's
It's
where I'm
no
kind of
such
confused.
thing.
Okay,
You are you. When I met my husband, I was me. Whoever that was, whether he saw a wife in me or a girlfriend in me, I was me. Obviously, he saw a wife. My husband said he was never getting married again. you know, I am not gonna sit back and say I ain't cooking for him because that ain't my husband. I love to cook, and that's what I do. I'm not washing his clothes because that's my boyfriend. I'm gonna wash my man's clothes because that's what I do. So some people say those are wifey roles. Well, I'm gonna do it because that's me. So don't let somebody tell you don't play a wife role. Be you, because who are you?
amen, amen. I love this. I love it so much. I appreciate your advice because I hear so many different
Can,
kind of
can I
comments.
say something real quick?
Go ahead, she come on. Welcome back. Oh, whoa.
But yeah, I say be you, and that's my husband didn't tell me when I met him. I was being me. I can remember the first weekend we spent together, and I figured out what he liked to eat. I got up, went and cooked, brought him food, breakfast in bed, all this little mushy stuff that I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say get up and cook, or you need to clean up, or you need to do. He came home to a quiet, we don't have any small kids. He came home to a quiet, cool house and a meal, clean clothes. If we were going somewhere, I pack our bags, I make reservations. I even drive. My husband get in the car, he paid for everything.
Hey, Jigs.
Hey,
Hey,
sisters.
J3.
So I'm the same way. I'm sorry, Jigs. I'll get to you in just a second. So I am the same. When I get in a relationship, first I fill them out. If I feel comfortable, I invite them to the house. You can spend the night, whatever, all that kind of, next level. I have no problem like cooking and cleaning. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
still asleep. I'll go ahead and get breakfast going, wake up. Oh, you doing too much. You doing the most. I'm like, well, in my eyes, I see it as being the girlfriend. You gotta you gotta do things. If you want him and you see him as a possible husband,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to step your game up and do stuff for him and cater to him and stuff like that to let him know, I could be that wifey role.
Yeah, but you long as you being you, I say don't do anything extra, because you have to always do what you start off doing. So
Right.
if you start off cooking and cleaning and all this stuff, and then in a year you like, oh, I'm already the wife now, or I can stop that. Don't start something that you don't want to finish.
Amen. Okay.
So if you're gonna cook, I've always been a cook. My husband will cook, but he know that I'm going most of the time by 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm done cooking. My schedule is set, but this is our life. I'm a housewife, so I have time, and every relationship is different. And people will tell you, oh my God, don't do this, and don't let them tell you that. Don't let people do that to you, because you are you. And, you cannot say that I can't give this man wife material, because that may be who you are. If you're a wife, you're a wife. You can't stop that.
Welcome in, Jigs. How you doing? We ain't trying to exclude you. What do you got to bring to the table, sir?
Well, I got 38 years of this stuff.
Amen.
But I like what Sherry said, because she told the truth on a lot of that. Because when I decided to stop playing around, I went to my grandmother, said, I'm tired. I'm ready to get married. And the only thing she said was, pray about it, baby. Pray about it. Just pray about it, baby. Few months later, I met my wife. And hey, she was a stay-home mom until the kids actually hit high school. And then she said, I want a car. I said, not a problem. Go to work. I was kidding with her, but hey, she went and got a job. She got a car. And she was even though she worked, she was still a mom that stayed home and did what she needed to do and everything. In the house, she does majority of everything, except for when something break or it. You can see when your mate is tired or whatever. Or she come and just say, I'm tired. So, hey, go sit down, go take a shower, do whatever. I cook. I don't have a problem with cooking. I was cooking way before I met her.
Yep.
I had a good trainer. My mom, she taught me how to cook and do everything I need to do. I wash clothes. My wife, she said, you don't know how to wash clothes right. But I wash the clothes and everything. It's just all that little extra stuff she want to put in there. But
so, like you said, you brought to your grandmother. You was tired. I'm in my 40s. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired of the BS. I'm ready to sit down.
Pray about it, darling. Just pray about it. Just pray.
Why is it taking me a little bit longer to sit down somewhere? Sit down.
These streets ain't, dating ain't what it used to be.
Right.
So everything is different, and it's more games and people not raised. You gotta look at it. People are not raised the way they used to be raised.
Right.
So everything is different. Most people eat out all the time. They don't even want anybody to cook. It's like, you cooked all that? I want to cook a full course meal, dessert and all. People now just like, no, even when you have house guests, we're going to eat out. I'm not cooking anything. I'm not like that. I have to cook. Yeah, I love to cook. So, and these are just but that's just me. Not saying that you wrong because you eat out. You're going to provide your people with food. You're going to make sure they eat. It's just your way of doing it, So that's why I'm saying, when people tell you don't give somebody wife material, you got to give them you. Who are you?
That's it.
How do you know that that's your husband if you sitting back saying, I'm not going to do? I ain't cooking for him. That might be your king.
And that's what most women mess up at. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Hey, you do what you need to do to see where you're going.
Yeah.
Now, my wife, it's not her responsibility to go out in the yard to cut grass or to take care of the animals and all that stuff. But if I'm sick or I'm not feeling well, she'll jump up. She go feed the animals. She do everything that I would usually do. Back in my earlier days when I was in the military and my grass was all big and everything, and I bought a push lawnmower, one of them blades, just to cut the grass. I did that as exercise. I come home, my front yard is all cut. I said, "Why you been outside cutting grass?" Oh, I ain't had nothing to do. Hey, my wife, she don't. If she look outside, she sees something, and if I don't tell her go back in the house and leave it alone, I got it, whatever, she'll run and take care. But majority of the time, I tell my wife, I said, "Whatever's outside the house is mine. Whatever inside the house is yours." Hey,
Bring out another. Okay, because she was up here. He's like these modern women, are mouthy. Like I know there's a time and place for everything. You know, don't bring up an argument in front of people and all that kind of thing. But I think
right.
my mouth, because I am so blunt on what I say, has broken up a lot of relationships.
But you'll learn when you meet Mr. Right. Let me tell you, I saw somebody say, well, actually, a real close friend said that I always said I was never gonna get married. The only way I would get married is if God tapped me on my shoulder and say, "That's it. That's him." She said, "God tapped me on my shoulder, and my husband now, and they haven't even been married a year, and the first year or two could be the rockiest because y'all getting to know each other."
Mm-hmm.
Not spending time with somebody when you're in a dating phase or in the beginning. That's like the worst thing ever. You want to get to know that person. Y'all need to be in the house together because I am OCD. I love to know where everything at. I keep everything straight. I'm a neat freak. Bobby is totally messy. And it drives me crazy. But am I going to say, I can't do this because he too messy? No. I'm going to figure out how we going to make this work. I'm going to have to start ignoring his side of the bed because it's crazy over there and stay in my own lane. I don't walk around behind him picking up everything. Let him have his little mess. And I have my spot. And he respect that. We have to learn to respect each other, and because we're not the same two people, but we got to learn how to cohabitate together and we'll be great. We disagree on things. But what I try not to do is overtalk, which I'm very bad at. I will cut my husband off, and it is very disrespectful. But I have learned to try to control my mouth. I don't raise my voice at him. I don't cuss at him, or we don't argue, but I'll cut him off. And that is disrespectful. And he tell me, and I'm like, "Why? I was just telling you." But that's, he understand that that's what women do.
But
we have to learn to
it's
control
how you do. It's how you do it.
Hold on,
You don't do it. You don't do it in the street, and you don't do it in front
No.
of other people. This
No.
is something that you do at home.
Yeah.
When you do it at home, it's kind of acceptable, but you don't do it in the street in front of other people.
Amen.
Yeah.
So we welcome in She back and Big Rooster.
Hey, She.
Hey, Rooster.
And Big Rooster.
I'm sorry, carry on, Jigs.
Oh, like I was saying, me and my wife, we have a lot of disagreements, but what goes on in our house, you'll never know.
Yeah. Keep it inside and don't talk to your friends.
That's your best friend.
Family and friends.
That's it. You don't
when
talk
you
to your
have
family
an
best
issue,
friends.
Keep it in your house, because when you take it outside, those attitudes go outside with them. And then when they see y'all, it's like, "Oh, he's still with her," or "What is she doing?"
That's it.
Let me tell you, be careful who you talk to.
Yes.
Be careful who you talk to, because that is not a good feeling to go around your people and they upset because y'all worked it out. Who gonna be lonely if I leave and we don't work it out for some little minor disagreement? So, like she is Sunshine said, talk to God. That is the best person to talk to. Get somewhere quiet. All the work I do at a certain time of the day, I stop everything. Cut everything off. I run some water, light a candle, and I sit there. I listen to God. I reflect on the day, what I got going on tomorrow. What are we doing? And we busy people, but we still got to make time for ourselves. You can't forget your spouse. It's a lot of turning wheels, but it's gonna be okay. But don't take your problems outside of home. And you can work on yourself inside a home better than you can. I try not to cut my husband off, and I try to do that even when we inside the house, even though I do.
Yeah, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it and when you say it.
Yep.
On that. And sometimes, all I see is red. If I get to that point, I'm just like, and another thing.
Yeah, that's how you youngsters get down, though, Miss T.
Wow. I'm in my 40s. I'm not youngster.
Yeah, you still got
You're youngster. You're
yeah,
youngster.
seriously. That's how y'all handle y'all business in public. You
But
know what I'm saying?
I'm like Black Tropical over here. I don't cuss them out and all that stuff. I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute.
Like I said,
Yeah.
it ain't what you say, it's how you say it and when you say it.
So if you upset, you're supposed to be like, honey, I'm upset. Let me talk to you for a second. Is that how I'm supposed to come to him?
No, you supposed
You
to.
don't
It
have
ain't
you don't
what you
have to say
say.
all that.
It's how you
we
say it
know when
and
each
when you
other's
say it.
upset.
Yeah, your facial expressions say everything.
Yeah.
So
You
you don't have
learn
to
each
even
other.
say. Yeah, exactly. If you've been with
You
somebody,
learn
your
each
facial
other.
expressions, your body language, all that
Yes.
explains everything.
You can look at your mate and tell if they don't feel good.
Exactly.
Or they
Exactly.
all the little things you like, something ain't right. You can
Yes.
tell, and not one word have to be said.
Exactly. But
Reba
Miss T and them got to get it off their chest.
Yeah. Reba said too much mouth, too soft. I don't know. Okay, I don't know at this point.
Well, listen, Miss T. Just
Yes.
it's just that to answer that is, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it and when
how
you
you
say
say
it.
Tell me how I say it then, Rooster. Tell me
You
how.
can
You
say
just said you
anything.
fly off and
No, I don't fly off. I don't cuss or nothing. I'm just like,
but
excuse me, sir.
cussing don't mean you fly off.
So how
I
am I
mean,
supposed to
it's
talk to
what
him if
how
I'm
you
upset?
say it and when you say it is how you flying off. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You're not giving me a solution.
Sometimes
I
you
just
gotta, some conversations it's
can
gonna be
be
heated.
can be delayed.
So what
They
you
can be
do is you
delayed.
walk off. Yeah, you walk off.
Exactly.
You go sit
Exactly.
outside or take a ride for a minute, and they know that it's getting ready to be heated. But you better off walking away, giving it a minute. When you
That's
come
it.
back, it's gonna be better. But relationships are work all the time. It's just not as hard as some people make it seem. We make things difficult for ourselves by not taking in consideration. Like, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated.
There you go.
I treat my husband very special because that's my husband. I'm not going to treat anybody else the way I treat him, but I'm going to treat everybody good because I don't want people just treat me any kind of way just because. So you got to think about it. Would I say this to somebody, or if somebody said this to me, how would I feel? Or if they said it like that, how would I feel?
So let me ask you a question.
Who you asking the question?
You wasn't talking, were you, Miss T?
Ooh.
No. I'm just asking. I ain't trying to be funny.
No, I wasn't.
No, I want to ask her a question. So when you guys were dating, would you pay for a meal or anything with your husband?
Yes.
So
when we went
let me hold on. So real fast, I want to continue that question a little bit.
Go ahead.
So we had a conversation. J3 know exactly where I'm going.
You're going. I know where you're going.
You know exactly where I'm going.
I don't know, just for the record.
Yeah, you don't know, Miss T, because you hashtag you always say that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So is that okay to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
In my mind, it's okay to do that because we're a team.
Okay. That's perfect. Miss T, how about you?
Yeah, I paid for dates before. I don't pay for as many.
I'm not. It don't matter how many.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is that okay to do?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all I got. J3. I didn't win that. I didn't win that
way.
argument with the other people the other
I
day.
understand. I know where you're coming from and everything, but when I met my wife, I paid for everything. She was in college and she didn't work. The only money she basically had was her college money, and wherever we went, I paid. And
But
plus,
the thing
I
is,
was raised to be a gentleman.
Yeah, but what she had, if she had it, I'm sure she would have.
Right. And that's the thing, J3. So you know what I was getting at, J3. I'm not. I wasn't saying. Listen, I'm all for, if you're dating, it's okay to be a gentleman and pay for everything. But when you heard the conversation, you heard him say, I ain't paying for nothing. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I was like, whoa.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's being selfish. Not saying that I had to pay for everything, or I paid for things. My husband, I'm bad with money. My husband got to the point where he was like, look, all this, the way you spending money, and every time I turn around, you want to take me out of town. He was like, no, that's not what we gonna do. That's not what we here for. We can go out every other weekend and we'll have a date night. He said, I'll take you out on date night every other weekend. He said, but all this keep buying and all these holidays, he said, that's unnecessary.
Right. There you go. That's true. That's true. I mean, and when you're in a relationship, you guys know when to buy, what to buy, how to buy. You know what I'm saying? You know everything ain't necessary. You already know that as a couple. You know what I'm saying? So but the conversation that I had the other day, they were just like, "Oh no, I ain't buying nothing. I ain't taking them nowhere." I'd say, well, what if you guys in a relationship, you go in the drawer, you go to wash his underwear and he got a hole in it, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go buy him some drawers. Oh no, I ain't buying him no drawers.
What?
Wow.
Is that the modern way of thinking?
I think that's the modern.
I think that's the younger.
Yeah.
Well,
these
may not be young, but they have a young mindset when it comes to dating.
So in my opinion, when you dating somebody like that, or you run across people, and it could be a man too, that say, I ain't paying for nothing. So it's not just a woman that would do that, or, it's not a man if he's saying, I ain't paying for nothing, but a male. If you run across a male or a female that say, I ain't doing this, that, and the third, you better run.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you get sick, hurt, or anything, laid off, you up the creek without a pedal.
That's it.
Something can happen to my husband. Trust me. If I had to flip burgers in McDonald's to make a way, I'm going to make sure we eat. I will be out here growing everything and raising everything and processing animals. I'm going to make sure we good. I ain't going to sit back and say, that's his job. My job is to pick up where he's slacking at.
That's it. That's it.
And who knows how long it may be, but when you meet somebody that say, I just ain't gonna do, I don't punch nobody clock but God and my husband. Now, if that happened to change one day because of unforeseen circumstances, I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm not gonna sit back and say, I don't work and I ain't supposed to do this. I ain't gonna just sit back and dig in our bank account and spend all that. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna take care of us. When people say they not gonna do that, just keep it moving. Don't waste your time.
You know what she just Sherry just said that. Now with my wife is retired too. She worked and everything. She get a check and everything too. But I also give her money so she could buy grocery or do whatever she need to do. It's not the point that my check is bigger, but she needs to take care of the house. Mm-hmm. All her money shouldn't go towards everything in the house. So I give her money anyway, and she do what needs to be done.
I like how you said that, because Sherry said every relationship is different. Like he works and she stays home. I love this. I love the feedback. I appreciate you guys coming up here.
Yeah, I can't just sit in YouTube all day and go eat breakfast with the girls and get my nails done and spend his check. No, I have chores at home. I still have a job to do. My job is just at home, which is stressless. The purpose in this is because, and I can go and, I am a retired nurse, but I can go and work somewhere, but this is stress-free. Because the first thing I'm going to do is once I go to work and somebody pissed me off, who I'm going to call? 9 times out of 10, my protector. And once I'm stressed out and pissed off and he like, well, I need to try to figure out what's going on, what can I do? I'm stressing him out. So me being home and not having to deal with the stresses of the world and the workplace, that helped ease his mind.
Well, see, I'm glad y'all having this conversation, because I'm glad I walked into this conversation, because I was actually going to have this discussion. And I told the people that I was conversing with that we need to have a topic about this, but I don't need to do it anymore because you guys are doing it now. So
do it.
I appreciate that.
No. And I'm going to say why you should do it, because every platform is different, and each platform, if you can reach one more person outside of Miss T platform, you did something. So every platform, it is good to have these conversations.
The reason I ain't gonna do it because one of them is in here. That's what I'm saying. So one of them is actually in the chat. So, it's just, I was just wowed by the, I'm just not going. You know what I'm saying? I was, and it's nothing against him. I understand. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, but I was just like, wow, that is something that's not, that's just not cool to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, and they were saying, dating is not a relationship, but I think if you go on more than 3 dates, you in some type of relationship.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's once a month or you got some type of relationship because you still going on a date with this person,
you
whether
building
it be
something.
he or she, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just catching up. Everybody's all like, "This is a great conversation."
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is, Miss T.
Truthfully, it is. It's
really
a good
is,
conversation.
Yeah, because there's so many single people. Like, we only been on YouTube a year and a half, and when we first came on, this one lady, she was in her 40s, and she was single, newly single, and she had kids, and she was wondering, how do you find love, or is this something I just should wipe out of my head? Well, no, but you don't go looking for it, because it's people looking for you just like you look, but in a wrong way.
Yes.
You know that you may be a good person, or your intentions are good. It's some people just looking for those good people to take advantage of them. So that's why I say don't look. God gonna send you exactly what you need when you need it. You just thinking, oh my God, it's taking too long, but long as you be patient, live. I ain't saying don't live, because let me tell you, I had my whole life was made up in my mind. I told my aunt, I said, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna just have fun and do me. I don't want to have to answer to no man. I'm sick of playing games. And she said, "What? My aunt been single all her life." And she said, "Well, that's what you do, baby. Don't sit here and play with these guys." A few weeks later, God dropped Bobby right in my lap, and I was saying, "Okay, I'm gonna have fun with this guy tonight, and I'm gonna go on about my business." 7 years later,
and them tonight's is every night now.
7 years later, but he knew. And as a police officer, Bobby would say, like, I can't believe, the next morning he said, I can't believe I'm still here.
Yeah.
And where's my gun? Like, he was so comfortable. He said, this is weird. Like, this is not me. So you're almost instantly, but you have, like I said, pay attention, because those little red flags, you will always be like, oh no, he just doing this, or he just don't pay attention. Pay attention.
That's what's up right there. That and that happens. You know what I'm saying? That you, but when I just think when you take that attitude into, I'm not gonna ever do nothing or pay for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of sour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And it's not to down anyone. It's just that I think we should keep an open mind, because you never know. Like for instance, one of the people I was talking with, I had to bring up a reference. She was actually on a hypathon, and one of her friends came and said said this to the people. Her friend commented and said, "Hey, I just want all y'all women to stop messing with broke men." And she was like, "Oh yeah, y'all leave the broke men alone and this and that." I said, "Well, wait a minute. Let me just throw a scenario out there. Just a scenario." I said, "What if that broke man that you talking about not messing with comes along and brings you all the happiness in the world, and his finance, but he's not asking you for anything, but he brings you this happiness? What are you to not mess with him?" "Oh no, he ain't. I ain't messing with him and this and that." I said,
But not only that, what if you compliment him in some area that help that broke man be better in finances? Sometimes it takes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Your blessings with your. Sometimes you, like my husband, he used to talk about his ex-wife, and I'm like, babe, she wasn't supposed to reap your benefits. Maybe she was blocking your blessings. Mm-hmm. So let it be, because look at you now. Sometimes you got to look back and see what previous life is doing.
Right.
And look at now, because sometimes those people, everything happened for a reason. So you got to learn those seasons, reasons, lessons, and blessings, and you got to just let them go. So that broke man could be your millionaire,
exactly,
but he needs your help. God was putting y'all together so that y'all can make it happen, because he can't do it by himself, and you can't do it by yourself. But you say, oh, he broke right now?
Welcome in, Gina versus Gina.
Hey, Gina.
Hello, Gina. I'm going to paraphrase the Bible a little bit.
Okay.
He that finds a good woman finds a good thing indeed. you ladies, if you want a husband, the best thing you could do is just pray and ask God to send you your husband or whatever. Don't go looking for a man, because if you believe in God the correct way, that man will find you.
That's right.
I
Can I
know
add something
for
to that?
some people, it has worked where the woman find a man, but the thing to it is, you are supposed to be found by him. You're not supposed to be looking for him. Just pray to God and ask for a good man.
Yeah. And I want to add something to that too as well, just real quick. I always tell my wife this. I say, faith without work is dead. And a lot of people don't really understand what that means. You can do all the praying, but if you're not putting in the work, that's the catalyst. They go together. A lot of people just think that God's supposed to just throw somebody or drop them in your lap. Continue doing what you're doing, but like even with the whole situation with a marriage, if you stay at home, how's your husband gonna find you unless he deliver packages?
Man.
And it might be faith that you get that man, but if you always out of that man's vision, how can he actually see you? There's women that go to the grocery store. If they see a nice man, it's okay to walk over there and grab something, look at it, and walk away. If you catch that man eye, hey, there you go. But you see him and you go the other way, how can he know you?
Like, oops, my bad.
Well, the point to the works is for the woman, as long as the woman's praying and she's doing what she's supposed to do, if she's out in the public like she is, like she's supposed to be, she's doing what she's supposed to do. That's faith right there. Okay, I'm out here, I'm showing, here I am. She's not saying it verbally, but she's out there and people see her.
Yeah.
She's going by faith.
What's up, Gina? What would you like to add to the table?
I was just gonna say, okay, I'm probably about the same age as you, Missy. I don't know. I'm 46, and I'll be 13 years married this year. But I feel like marriage is just like pregnancies. Your situation is going to be unique to you. Yeah, you can listen to what people are saying as far as how their relationship went or how they did or what goes on. I mean, you'll hear all kinds of stories. You know, you see the people who've been married 50 years and you hear what they, have to say, but it's going to be unique to you. Mm-hmm. So like being caught up on who's paying for what as far as dates or even in the household, it's going to be unique to you. Yeah. So I know people who never had a joint account. They don't pay anything together. They do everything separate. That works for them. Is it my business to care what works for them? No. Well, all you worry about is what's going to work for your household. And be you. Be authentically you and hope that the person you meet is being authentically them. Because even being mouthy, the person that's for you can handle that. He can handle that. He gonna speak to you in a way that's not going to be nasty or anything like that. But that's going to make you think about your words before you speak them.
Now, I've been listening and taking bits and pieces from everybody. I am going to work better if I do get another serious relationship. I'm going to step away for a minute. Let me walk it out.
Be you. Be authentically you. Trust me, because my husband is like, he's like a very excitable person. So when he has conversations about stuff, sometimes for me, I always felt attacked, like because of how loud and boisterous he gets about stuff. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I've always been like this. I talk to everybody, and I'm like, but I'm not everybody. And if I feel attacked, I tend to attack. So yes, I don't want to feel attacked. And I will tell you that he worked on that. And I can tell, like, he still has his moments, but it's like something clicks when he's doing it. And he's like, wait a minute. And he'll reel it back. Because although I know he's just passionate about the conversation, I don't need you to be up here at octave. That makes me feel some kind of way. Your boys, they continue to do that with them. They're fine. But I don't like it. So, but I don't want him to change who he is. I just want him to be mindful of how it makes me feel when he's doing that.
Yeah.
So it's not making him not do it.
Learn to control, think before you act, and Ms. T, you can do this. You can learn to control. I have learned to control my mouth You know, so it's all in what you want. You just got to be mindful, you know, of how you get ready to respond. And it's okay to pause.
That's it.
Then think about what you're getting ready to say, because words do hurt.
Yeah, one thing I won't do, I won't, like, in the mix of like company, like in front of outside people, I won't go off at the mouth. But once we get like just me and you, oh yeah, it's on.
But you want to even when it's just you and him, you still want to control it, because you'll find yourself flipping on the outside too, because it's gonna happen. I remember the one time when I first met Bobby and I got loud with him or something. We were in a restaurant and he looked at me like, what? And I said, I was saying, go ahead. And he said, who the hell are you talking to? And so I didn't say anything, like, just shut up, Sherry. So when we got in the car, he said, don't ever raise your voice at me. And I said, well, I was just saying. He said, I didn't ask you what you were saying. Don't ever raise your voice at me. Guess what? That was 7 years ago. I might yell out, babe, but he know I'm just calling him now. I ain't raising my voice. You know, I learned real quick. And without him having to be bitching and fussing, that's so disrespectful. I knew he felt severely disrespectful. Respected. I was like, okay, I won't yell at you again, no matter what I thought. It was how he took it. Right. So I said,
that's why I say it ain't what you say, it's how you say it and when you say it.
Yeah. Yep. So
that's exactly. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't ever voice your opinion on anything or anything like that. It's just it's a time and place for everything.
Yeah. And I talk to my husband about everything. Some women just get up and leave home and go do what they going to do. And you know, when I leave the house, I call my husband and I say, hey, I'm running to the store. And it's not just for him to keep up with me, but to me, that's just respect.
That's what married folks. That's what real married folks do.
Yeah. Every time I leave his house, I'm letting them know I'm run up the street to the post office or whatever I'm doing. That's out of respect. And most women will some women will tell you, oh, he's just trying to control you. Or don't listen to it.
No.
Don't listen
to it.
When I go to the backyard, I said I'll be in the back. I'll be in the back.
I know you're going to because like
single people will have one of my friends told me this before I got married, that because when I was single, I would make comments about certain things that they would share to me about their relationship. She was like, you single right now. You don't get it.
And single people keep you single.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't, but it's not, I don't think it's intentional though. It's that they don't know. And what you don't know, you can't speak on. You're not married. So you can't speak on married people's stuff. Amen. It wasn't until I got married that I was like, I get it now. I get it. Because it's going to be like, it's days that I don't want my husband breathing my air. Like, why did you think it was okay to wake up today and breathe in the same room as me? This is not okay.
But you got to walk out. And we were talking about that the other day. Like when you're in a marriage, do you get upset with somebody and just, it's days where you don't like that person too much.
It is.
You know,
and then it's days and I'm like, why don't you want to be here? Why are you not sitting right next to me? Sit next to me and touch me.
You gotta walk off because you gotta look at a relationship as a business.
Yeah.
You know, it's a business. And if you in a multi-million-dollar business with somebody, they piss you off, you're gonna be like, look let's figure out a way to get it out.
Yeah.
It's a business, and your marriage is the same way. I'm upset right now. Yeah. Get out of my space. I'll talk to you in a little while.
Yes, ma'am. Every
be
day.
All right. People ain't been married for 50 and 60 years for no reason.
Every day ain't a cakewalk. It ain't a cakewalk every day.
It ain't a cakewalk. But it's doable. You got this.
Yes, ma'am.
But don't look, and definitely be you. Don't listen to that, you know. Yes, and like me and Gina said, every marriage is different.
Yeah.
But you have to be you. And if you're a wife, how you gonna be a girlfriend? You gonna exhibit that wife mentality from the beginning. So don't let nobody tell you that. Don't give him wifey. I'm being me. That's just me. Look, my husband don't even fix his own plate. Well, anybody that come to my house don't fix their own plate. I fix the plate. But that's what I saw my mama doing, so I don't know no better. And they said I was crazy fixing her plate. She was like, you don't have to do that. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I fix my husband's plate. I fix your plate. And then I'm going to turn around and wash the dishes because that's what I do. But this is our house, and this is how I was raised. That's what worked. My husband don't fix no plates. He don't wash no. I don't want him to wash my dishes, but that's our house. This is how we live. So you got to do things what work for you and your family and your household, because no two households are the same.
Yeah.
But your girlfriend will tell you, though, girl, don't let that man have you fixing no plate, because I ain't fixing my husband's plate. That's your house.
Oh, can I ask you a question? Okay. Married with kids, who gets the plate first, the kids or the husband? I've always wanted.
It depends on your house. Okay. It depends on your house.
It all depends on your house.
Now,
my mama raised
me
my dad.
My house is kids.
That's it. Yeah. Me personally, the kids always come before me. Yeah. Now, when my kids are now 18 and 19 and all that stuff,
that's different.
Yeah. I come first.
Yeah.
But as long as they're considered a child, they always come first.
In my case, when I was married, it was whoever made it to the table first.
No,
I used to race my kids to the table. Get out the way, boy.
It's funny. Y'all was talking about that, like with the arguing and stuff. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I've been in bad areas, but me and my wife, when we first got together, like we actually started, just talking amongst each other because my wife's birthday is 5 days after mine. So my cousin, she wanted to be cheap and end up hooking us up that way, because she was like, well, I don't want to go and pay for you out to eat, then go pay for you out to eat, then I got to go pay twice. So I just put both of y'all together and then just do it like that. I'm like, I know what I want for dinner, so I'm going to get steak and shrimp. And she was like, well, that's kind of expensive. That's like about $30-some. I said, well, it's my birthday and I'm going to do what I want, whether you buy it or I buy it myself. So me and my wife, we were just talking and stuff. And the more we started talking, that's why we kind of grew into a relationship. But the craziest part was every time we would have these arguments, she would be like just yelling, throwing her hands up in the air. And I just look at her. Then I'd be like, you finished? And she'd be like, yeah. I walk away. Then she did it again. And by the third time, she was like, well, it feels funny. Like every time I sit there and have a conversation with you, this is what you do. I said, no, we don't have conversations. I said, you yell and yell at me. I said, I'm not your child. I said, when it comes down to it, we're both adults. You can talk to me just like I talk to you right now, like we're doing. I said, we can argue in front of the kids, and the kids will never know, because we're not arguing like by yelling and throwing hands up in the air. I said, that's a taught behavior. If you did that, never had it like that again. And like I told her, I said, this thing I do, you might don't like, just talk about it. You don't have to do everything out of the ordinary. And just like I was saying earlier about like marriage, before you get married, everybody goes to the job and has that 90-day trial period. That's what you're in the process of, before the relationship, before the marriage, all that. So within them so many days or months, and I see you don't like cooking, that's going to be a mark on the list. I don't know if you get so many marks, and that's the thing. Like nowadays, go ahead.
I'll cook every now and then, but like I like going out to eat. That's my thing. I will.
And that's okay too, Miss T. It's just based on your relationship. Some women don't cook at all. Their man cooks all the meals.
That's it.
It's all gonna be based on what your relationship is. You can't base it on what other people. I cook in my house because that's something I just do. I have before I even met my husband, that's just what I do. I was raised that way though, so that's why it's just normal to me. And I enjoy cooking. I enjoy having people over and cooking for them. But everybody is not that person. My daughter, my oldest, my 26-year-old, she is not that person. She will cook every now and again, but her boyfriend also cooks. It works for them.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you, Miss T. If you don't like to cook, you better learn how to take the garbage out at least. I'll cook, but you got to take the garbage out.
Either. Yes, that's the rooster.
I'm just meddling. I'm just y'all know I'm just meddling.
Because my husband looked at me like I got two heads if I even touch the trash can. I'd be like, nigga, I was taking the trash out before I met you.
Y'all know I'm just
a lot of people are loving this conversation. People are bringing up a lot of content and a lot of great, everybody.
But So I'm a comment on what Crafty Leo just said. She said her husband can't cook and won't cook and can't cook. Well, if I wouldn't want to cook or I'd act like I can't cook because
I know that's right.
you see all the meals that Crafty be cooking,
Right.
man.
Yes.
Who want to try to compete with that? I'd be like,
Yep.
man, she'd be
So
like,
he
can you
he
scramble
good.
some eggs? I'd be like, I don't know how to scramble no eggs. What are you talking about? What is an egg?
CC Texas Garden said, how do you show you're available in your 40s? I think she was talking about like just go to the grocery store, go to the post office, like walk across. If you see somebody you're attracted to, walk past them, like catch their eye.
And
Yeah.
think about this: as
It's
frustrated
energy
as you
too.
are as a woman trying to be found by your man your husband, it's just as frustrating for the man who's looking for a wife. So they thinking the same thing, like I'm out here and I'm meeting these women and all this nonsense, and but y'all ain't crossing paths. Sometimes, just like with Sherry, she was like, you know what, I'm not even out here really trying to meet my husband, but I'm just out here trying to mingle and this and that. And she went to through the dating apps. I know a lot of people who've had gone through things like that, and found their mate, because sometimes the people who are in those apps are tired of like the games. They want to meet people who are looking for the same thing that they're looking for.
Well, let me say it like this: you don't have to show a person that you're single or looking for a man. You can just a simply hello can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's all
true.
a simple hello can bring about conversation, and you guys can go from there. You never know. You don't have to walk around.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk past them and be like, ooh, or make a comment on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men, a simple hello, what can open up a world of conversation.
The funny thing is, I went in bought a sub from Publix, and I was telling the lady what to put on my sub. I knew the lady was kind of hitting on me. She was like, "Oh, that's a nice sub you putting together." I was just like, "Yeah, I eat it like this all the time, this and that." Because generally I don't wear my ring, especially when I'm working, because I knocked all the diamonds out of it. And so basically, I just don't I really don't even wear my ring that much at all anyway. And just to a degree, we were talking, and I told her, I was like, we got to talk, and she was like about the weather and stuff, and she was like, you from around here? I was like, nah, and I let it be known. I was like, I stay in Atlanta, me and my wife and the kids and stuff. And she was like, dang, you married? I was like, yeah. She's like, why are y'all married men so nice? I was like, I'm happy. I was like, I'm good. I tell women off the bat, if I start feeling that vibe that you're trying to holler anything, I let it be known, because my thing is, I don't cheat. I always tell my wife, I said, if I'm gonna cheat on you, I'll at least give you the decency to let you know before I do it, because you're a good woman. I said, if the relationship is bad, I'm gonna let you know off back. I'm not the type that's gonna beat around the bush and do all that other stuff. I'm gonna let you know, like, this relationship is bad. It's getting there. It's getting bad. I'm giving you the signs. I'm letting you know. So if I cheat, it's not like, oh, I didn't know he did that. It's like, that's why I say I wouldn't get to that point where I'm putting her in a situation, make her look bad or something. And so I let people know if I'm married or not.
You gonna let her know that you're gonna cheat?
Yeah. I was
that right there just called me on. You gonna let her know you're gonna cheat?
Hey, baby, no, you messing up. I'm gonna go.
I got 38 years, and I've never cheated.
Amen.
Yeah, me neither.
Now I've been in many situations where I had a young lady told me, "You said you were divorced," and I looked at this other fellow. I said, "What?" She said, "You said you were divorced." I said, "I ain't never said I was divorced." And the fella I was talking to, he'd go past my house every day. He said, "I don't know whether he divorced, but I see his wife every day I go home." I don't know where she got it from, but she wanted to talk to me, and she talking about. I said I ain't never tell anybody I was divorced.
CC Texas Garden says, how does the panel feel about married people having single friends?
And
okay with that.
Yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? Friends are friends, no matter if they're married or single.
Right.
A friend is a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
All I do is
But
drink.
Yeah.
it do boil down to the behavior of your friend though. Because
right, well,
I
well,
have
but I'm
It
friends.
really
saying though,
don't.
I understand that, but you listen. If you married and your friend is single, maybe y'all been friends 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? 20 years. I y'all should still be friends. You just each person
It,
has to respect
it
each person's relationship.
it's just a different level. That's all.
That's it. That's it.
I,
That's
I'm
it.
just
Mhm.
saying that because I got a friend. This dude do wild stuff, and my wife know he wild. And like I tell him, I say, "Hey, dog, there's just certain missions you go on. Hey, I'm gonna have to call out." Like one time he wanted to go to a strip club. I don't even like going to strip club. I did it when I was young because, like, I ain't gonna lie. I went to a strip club when I was real young
You
because I
said,
had, look older.
are you
Say
saying
that.
strip
So
club or strip club?
Script. He said a script.
Strip club. Okay.
Script club.
let me go ahead and pronounce the whole, the
I'm so
strip club. Where basically when it came down to it, it was like a situation to where I was like, man, I don't do that no more. He's like, oh man, finna have what is it, a bachelor party and all this. I'm like, I'm good on it. I was like, I come kick it with y'all, but I'm like, I ain't giving no money to no lady just for free like that. I'm like, she got to give me some values. Oh, she gonna dance for you. I got a wife that'll dance. You know how much money? If I give my wife this money, you know how she'll dance on me. I'm like, I get all the private dances I want. So why would I just throw it in the club like that? But it's like certain people. Like I keep my distance. We're friends. We're cool,
Right.
but it's just certain things we don't do. And it's like even conversations. Like most of my friends end up getting married because I was the first one in the group to get married. Then my other friend fell behind. Then I had another friend. And then they all started seeing how I was married, how I was dealing with my wife. And they was like, man, I want that life. One of my friends, he
Yeah.
was like, I ain't get married till I'm 50. And seeing me and my wife, how we took off, and he ended up, getting his wife. He met his wife actually while he was overseas, and they still got a good relationship now. It just, kind of married people will bring that out of people. Because I got one of my friends, he's still not married. He the last one out of our little group, and it's just like he want to get married, but like I told him, I said you might have dropped the ball with some of the women you was dealing with because that player life it only can go so far for a man and for a woman, and it's like a desert island. A lot of single people that are real good. It's hard for them to find that special one because now you done been dealing with people all these years. Your list is kind of adding up of all the qualifications a man should have, and so you kind of critique it so much to the point you're like, I don't know, this would be a good thing. I don't know, that'd be a good person. So you just kind of work with things the way they are. Cause I mean, like I was saying earlier about the man who doesn't have a lot of money, I wouldn't advise no woman to date no man that's just no job and broke. He got to bring something to the table because if that woman is sitting here bringing the money for the bills and everything, and he's at home now, if he's working in the process in school, and that's something that y'all need to lock down and talk beforehand. But personally, I wouldn't do it. But it's like those type of relationships, they got to go hand in hand. Like if I'm not doing it, if I, like even with me when I didn't have a job or something to a degree, like I wouldn't be out here trying to hunt for women. I'd be out here having my fun and trying to get a job. Even to the point where I was married with my wife, and I'm gonna cut it out. But even to the point where I was married and I end up, losing not losing my job. I closed my business down. My wife, she was kind of looking like, you got to get up and get a job. I'm like, we got savings, and I'm just right now, I'm just chilling. So when I went and got a job, and she didn't have to work, it was no. You need to go get a job. I'm like, take all the time you need. She was like, but what about the bills? I'm like, I'll work harder. Like it was to a point where I worked like 7 days just to do it.
She.
Yeah.
I don't think you listened to that scenario.
Yeah.
It wasn't that a man is broke and searching for women. The question was, what if that broke man brings a woman all the joy in the world? You know what I'm saying? That was the whole scenario. It wasn't about just some broke man pushing up on a woman to live off of her. That wasn't you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the scenario.
So a broke man with no money, no job,
I,
or how does? Like I'm trying to figure that out.
It could be a broke man with no money, no job. But what if he brings her all the joy in the world?
So you can pay bills with joy.
I said he, and then
the
I
money's
said
not. I don't think the money's the purpose. She.
Yeah.
The point,
I don't
if
think
somebody make you happy, it doesn't take money to make a person happy.
Right.
It doesn't take money to make people happy.
Right.
Bye.
So yeah, it wasn't. I don't. Me personally, I don't care what people do with their life. It was just a scenario. I don't suggest what people should do with their life because an old man told me one time. When I was going through a divorce, he told me one time. He said, "Man, I could sit here all day and tell you to leave your woman, but at the end of the day, she may be the one to make you happy in ways that I don't know how to make you happy, and I can't make you happy." So he said, "I never tell another man to leave a woman, or a woman to leave a man, or a man not to fool with a woman, or a woman not to fool with a man. That ain't my place. My place is to be your friend." And if I'm her friend, my place is to be her friend. It's not to dictate their relationship or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
So Mary Broke Farmer said, "I'll flirt for a little discount on that sub."
Yeah, Broke Farmer. I seen that earlier. I was laughing at that.
This conversation, it done took 3 or 4 different turns and everything. But as it was said from the beginning about married and having single friends, and I kind of take it like I tell my son all the time. When you in high school, yeah, you got high school friends and all that. But now that you're out of high school, they're still your friends. But you have to get other friends because you're advancing in the world. You have to advance. So therefore,
right about that, Jay.
That's the same thing with marriage. As a lot of the single friends I had, they're my friends, but we're not as close as we used to be because they don't have the mind of marriage. And if one of my single friends, he want to go to the club or whatever, I'm not about that life. I'm not going to go to the club with you, a strip club with you, and I got a wife at the house. I'm not going to do something like that.
Right.
On your free biscuits, bro.
So being married, you're going to actually change your friend. They're your friends, but your friends going to actually change around. You're going to start leaning towards more married people because that's what's in your view. A married life, you want a good husband, good wife, and other people that you run into, dog. I kind of wish mine was like that. But the point to it is, everything kind of changes when you're married and single.
Yeah, what's interesting, man, is I don't. Oh, go ahead, bro. I see you got your hand raised. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Big Rooster. J3GS, Gina versus Gina. We here. Miss T, glad to be on your panel. You got a great conversation going with a bunch of great people saying some great things. But I got some different views on marriage. I'm gonna hit a couple topics that I saw in the chat because I've been in the chat kind of deep. Hey, all of these super duper independent women that can do everything for themselves, stay single. Don't say you're looking for a man. Stay single. Because if you independent and you can work on cars, tar the roof, and cut the grass, please don't ask to date me because I don't want a woman I can't do nothing for. Let's start there. All right. Second of all the people in the chat that say, a man got to take care of me, yada, yada, yada. Love ain't got nothing to do with money. Let's start there. If you look at the rich women and celebrities that are famous, all their husbands broke and they happy all outdoors. Prime example, Monique. Her husband ain't worked a day in her life from what I understand. And that's her manager. She put him on. Yeah, gave him a job because she was happy with that man. And happiness is more important than you can buy me a new car. All right, let's hit another one. I heard somebody talking about cooking. I got no problem cooking. But if I cook, my wife need to cut the grass. She need to pay the bills because as a man of my household, I will pay 90% of all the bills in this house. It ain't nothing wrong with this house. I'm going to expect my wife to do. No car she will ever put a car note in her name. I got all that. Cars, houses, clothes, shoes, whatever you want. I got that. Don't worry about that. But what I ain't going to do is go in there and try to fry no goddamn chicken. Now, you can be mad. But I just feel like the reason that we have more divorces is because roles have got so out of balance. And I don't know how everybody feel about God, but God got a certain order for the household. Don't know how you feel about that. I'm gonna leave that alone because I know that'll ruffle some feathers. And the other thing, for all the super Christian women that know every scripture in the Bible, except for the ones about how to treat their husband, let's go back to that. Now it says in the Bible, the man should eat first. I'm getting the big piece of chicken. I wish my child might put their hand by that big piece of chicken. You eat them chicken wings, and I'm gonna get this chicken breast. And I'm gonna get my plate first. You know why? Because that food on the table, I made sure it was there. I made sure the house was warm. I made sure everything, you ain't got to worry about nothing. So why should you want to eat first? Huh? I just worked 13 hours. You gonna eat before me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I know people don't like when people get too real about marriage, but that's what it is. And a lot of women and men are single because they run around and don't need nothing. A perfect union in a marriage is two people coming together to better each other. If I can't better you, why am I with you? If you can't better me, and I don't mean financially, I mean spiritually, emotionally, and happiness. If you can bring my happiness up to the next level, man, I don't care if you work at Piccadilly. You know what I'm saying? So that I think I got it all off my chest. I couldn't type.
Man, hold up, Bruce. Hold up, bro.
I got time. I'm off all day. Let's go.
Now, okay. Now before I used to cook in it's called the Water Tower in Chicago. I used to cook there. I was a cook majority of my life until I went in the military. And even when I got KP, they say, "Can anybody cook?" I said, "I can cook." I never washed a plate, bowl, pot in my whole military career. My wife, she kind of had to make me stop cooking. She said, "You cook all the time. No, you need to stop." I stopped. It was kind of hard, but I stopped. But then let's go back to this. The chat. You trying to tell me your 5-year-old better not touch that chicken before you?
Facts. Big facts. They wouldn't even try it. You know why? Because I take care of my child. She don't have a care or worry in the world. She knows she ain't worked 13 hours getting a big piece of chicken.
That's true. That's
chicken
true.
leg, chicken wings.
The point we're making is that child eats first, no matter what. My children and my wife eats before I do. When my kids get to that age, when my kids get 8, 9, 10, they don't eat before me. But my wife, she'll fix my plate. But them kids and my wife eat before I do to make sure they eat. Even though we don't have a lapse in need for money and all that. But the thing to it is, I make sure my family eat before I do. They don't do it now because once my kids hit that, I think when they hit that 15 mode, I tell them, "Hey, you don't eat first." And then my wife always made my plate anyway.
And I feel you. I don't feel you, but I respect how you do business. But I didn't know what a white piece of chicken, white meat chicken tastes like till I was 20. You know why? Because we got legs, chicken wings. I wish my daddy would have slapped my lips off my face if I went in there and got a piece of chicken breast. I ain't worked damn day. How I mean chicken breast? That's like you on welfare eating filet mignon. It don't make sense. It don't.
Hey, bro.
Y'all know,
back in them days when your daddy was here and stuff, listen, the chicken wasn't big like it is now.
Facts.
The breast was a regular breast, but now you want that big old breast that should be a chicken, but it's a turkey.
But beside that, why your child eating first has to do with the piece of meat they getting? They don't have to get the chicken breast.
I don't even like chicken.
No, Gina.
Eat first.
Gina, please, can I get this one? Hey, T, can I get this one?
Yes.
Gina, first off, it's respect. And you know why it's more 50% of marriages end in divorce these days. You know why? Because back in the day, it was respect. Your house was under respect. The child knew who was the leader of the house.
Yeah.
So they did not eat the big piece because they know the leader get the big portion.
Bro,
It's a respect thing.
Still, that's
Bro,
still, but what I'm
hold on, wait
saying
a minute.
is
Hold
that
on,
doesn't
Gina.
change because of who eats first.
Yes,
In
it
my
does.
house, my husband still gets
Bro,
the
so
big
you
piece
said-
of chicken. He
wait,
just
hold on.
doesn't get his plate before my kids, and he actually is
Blasphemous.
agreeing to that.
Hold
Blasphemous.
on, bro.
Blasphemous.
Bro, hold on, bro. So
Blasphemy.
you saying,
chicken.
bro? So you saying you getting a divorce because somebody getting a big piece of chicken?
It's over. Big Ruth, it's over.
You know what, bro?
It's over.
I'm
I
glad
don't
you're
know
not a
any
woman.
5-year-old
I'm glad you're
who
not a
eats a
woman.
piece of chicken.
Ober. Oh,
Hey, bro.
burr.
Well, you woke this chat up too, bro. You
No,
see
no,
that?
no. And then I'm gonna tell you why. You know why? Because when you do what you're supposed to do, you should be able to ask for what you want. My family has no problem asking me for what they want. So I tell them what I expect at the house.
Bro,
It's not
bro,
talking down to nobody. It's no disrespect. It's an order. If your husband is the leader of that house, it's certain things that go along with that.
bro,
And
I'm
respect is one of that.
Yes.
hey, bro, I'm still stuck on you. You getting a divorce over the big piece of chicken, though.
Over.
But see,
Big Ruth.
that's why I said
No
in the
whammies.
beginning.
No whammies over here, Big Rooster. No
But see, that's
whammies.
why I said in the beginning that everybody's house is different. Because see, me and my husband are in agreement that our children eat first. But that's how I grew up. In my house, and my parents, my mom was a housewife. I'm not a housewife, but my mom was a housewife. My dad, brought in the money, paid for everything that went on in the house, and we sat at that dinner table before he did. Every night. Now, it wasn't like we ate our food and then he sat down, but our plates were put down before his. But in my growing up, my mom was the last plate that was made. I am the same way in my house. I am the last person in my house to eat. Now, this was my other question to you, bro. Is your wife a housewife?
No.
Hey, listen, hold on before we go any
This is
further.
when we get messed up with these phone crap that people be talking about.
Before we
Like
go
you
any further.
can't be all in the traditional roles.
Okay. So
Hold on. Hey, before we go any further, Miss T, I gotta go to work. Listen,
Big Ruth.
Listen, hold on. Listen, because I really wanted to continue this discussion. I gotta go to work, but Miss T, thank you for having me. And to anybody in the chat, I wasn't taking no shots at them. It was an open discussion that I thought I was gonna have on my panel, but I walked into this one and I'm glad y'all had it, so I don't have to have it because this was perfect, a perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, hey, thank y'all. I gotta run. I'm gonna be in the bushes.
Big
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. I love you, bro, but not over the big piece of chicken, though, bro.
The big piece, Big Rooster. But and look, I got time today. Like I say, Miss T, I hope we on here about 4-5 hours. I want to address each and every comment. I want all the smoke. Hey, if you hear me in the comment, put the smoke emoji in there. All the smoke. And I'm not backing down off this because and this is my thing. If you 100%, and 100% is depending on what the woman needs. Before you get married and you tell this man, hey, this is what I need for a husband. If you can do that, and I tell you beforehand, this is what I expect, then I don't see what the issue is.
I agree.
Some of these men will lay down and roll over and play Rover at home all day. I'm not doing that.
No,
I'm not doing that.
Right.
I
agree. If you have the conversation
I
and
didn't
that
have to
works
sit
for
down
y'all,
and tell my wife we doing this or we doing that. I didn't have to tell my wife that. My wife fell in.
Go back. I'm sorry.
Which one?
Go back to that comment right before that one, please, man. I'm sorry, Jay. I don't mean to interrupt. It goes back to what Gina said. Everyone's household is different. Facts. Everybody's household is different. But ask your man where he like to get his plate first, and see you gonna be surprised.
I told you because
a lot of
people
people
be like, feed them babies.
Okay. Okay. Now
I'm dead serious. Mine actually said that. He was like, the kids eat first.
That's it. That's it.
Everybody's different.
My kids are grown. But I got a 10-year-old in here. And he gonna eat before I do.
Everyone has valid points. Just depends on each. And that's fact. However y'all handle y'all business, I would never tell y'all how to any opinions on your household. But I'm just saying, from a respect standpoint, as being the head of your household, it's certain things that come with that. If y'all are homeless, nobody ever look at the woman and say, oh, she messed up. Oh my God, I can't believe he married her. No, it's on the man. If your car break down and your transmission broken, it's $3,000 and y'all can't get it fixed, nobody ever look at the woman and say, I can't believe, she let him walk to work. If I got all that on my shoulder, it comes with a little respect. That's all I'm saying. And I'm willing to accept that pressure, but understand there's some things that go along with that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But does it all fall on
y'all
you?
Eat a lot of chicken wings.
So when you in the household, you know what? We gonna get off this chicken. But when y'all both working in the household, y'all both providing to the things that need to be done.
Come on, Gina. Let's keep. I like that. What are those things? Okay. Let's talk about this, Miss T. Look. Now everybody talk about a good man. Let's talk about this good man thing. I don't think, you want to be honest, I don't think a woman know what a good man is. I think a woman know what she want in a man.
Okay.
And that switches from woman to woman. Tell me the top 3 things for a good man, Gina.
For me, because it's going to be different for everybody, but a man that's faithful.
Okay.
A man that that does whatever he can for his family. Make sure he tries to take care of his family. And I don't know. Those are probably the 2 most important things to me. And the provision part is not all financial, because in all transparency, I've mentioned before that my husband deals with a heart issue, and it's a serious heart issue. So he hasn't been able to work. I step in and hold it down. No problem, no equivocations. It is what it is. I don't treat him no different. He's still the head of the household, but I am the person who's financially providing that.
Did you hear what she said?
That makes no difference. That makes no difference what he can't do at the moment, because it's because of the circumstance that he's not able to do it.
Gina, you good people. I should have asked somebody else this question. You good people.
Shut up.
Everyone went way better. I'll ask somebody else. But and that's, I mean, at the end of the day, that's it. That's it. I don't want to come off as a horrible person on the internet, but I got opinions, and
you're not.
I'm not the type.
I'm okay with your opinions.
I hate to go against my opinions. I hate to go along to get along. That is not what I'm about. I do not like going along to get along.
There's nothing wrong with what you like, because I know that there's a lot of people who are like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. This is what you expect in your relationship. There's nothing wrong with that.
Bro, got to eat first. He needs his strength to bring the money in. Big facts. And ain't
nothing wrong with it.
And dude, I'm gonna tell you, I saw a video online about the dude came home. He worked 13 hours, and his wife was sitting there eating pizza in the corner. And he said, "Hey, where my meal at?" She said, "Go get some." Who? My chest started palpitating. Do you hear what I'm saying? My chest started palpitating. Now, you don't have to cook every day, but let me know before I get home I need to pick up something to eat. Let me know that before I don't spend all my gas. I can get something on the way home. Don't wait till I come in that kitchen and be like, "Nah, ain't nothing to eat." Really? Okay. Time to call the lawyer.
Now, when I did them 12 and 14 hours, and my wife was doing 8 hours, I come home and dinner was still ready.
All right, y'all.
I'm just, I don't want to take this in a bad way. I know y'all having y'all lovely conversation about rose petals and holding hands on the way to Chick-fil-A, but it's more to it than that, dude. It's a certain, that's what I heard. I don't know who said it. I think Miss T saying that's her dream date. I don't know. I thought she said she want to hold hands and get a number one from Chick-fil-A with a lemonade and 2 cookies. I didn't hear it all. I was doing
That
those
sounds
things.
good though, bro. But don't that sound good?
I'm about to go get it in a minute.
Let me get a number one.
Hey, but I don't know. Every marriage is different. Nobody can ever tell you how to work your marriage. You got to figure out what you want, figure out what that person wants, and meet somewhere in the middle. I've seen couples that sleep in different rooms are perfectly fine. What, dude? I've seen couples that stay in 2 different houses next to each other and are perfectly happy, dude.
And perfectly happy.
So all this, and stop asking folks for advice. Let's start there. Stop asking folks for marriage advice. Nobody got good marriage advice because you don't know what really going on in people's house. Everybody seem happy on the outside.
I told you it's the same as the kids. Everybody want to know how do you do this? How do you make your kid behave so well? There's no trick.
Beat them.
Either you got a kid that's going to be well behaved. Nah, beating them don't always work. Everybody that had that child that they done spanked, and they like, this child just don't get it.
I got a secret
but
tip.
I say, if you don't love your child, you won't beat them.
Everybody's throwing the smoke in the chat.
Smoke all the smoke. And something else, I got a secret for all the single ladies out there. If you want a man in 6 months, I'm gonna tell you what to do.
Hold on. You got David Corey with the cropper up here.
Cropper. Wait a minute. Wait, David. Hey, David, hold on. Let me get this out, David. Because I know it's about to get good. Okay. To all the single women, if you looking for a man, you go into Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware and look for rings. You see a man without a ring and he look handsome to you, smile at him and say, I don't know, I got a hole in my wall. How do I fix my hole? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because nobody who's renting is in Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. That man owns his house. He knows how to fix things and he knows how to get things done. That is where you should be looking. Leave them clubs alone. Go to Home Depot. More marriages were made at Home Depot than any other place. And I just made that up, but it sounds good. What's up, David? David Corey with the cropper. I know you got some good stuff.
I just came up. Nah, bro, I just came up because I didn't want Miss T to be the only single person on here. You dig? It's too many married people on here. What? Yeah, what's too many? My girl was the only one on here. It's her show. She didn't say a word.
I mean, it's a lot of.
But because she was talking about a married issue. But one thing
I gotta say, you're right. I heard you too.
You got your shoes on.
But ain't no children supposed to eat no grown folks that's working. If they so choose, that's a good point. But I'm with Broke on that.
Oh, you need the big piece of meat too?
I'm sorry, J3.
You need the breast too?
Yeah, but not of the chicken.
What?
Yeah, you playing with the right one, Cat Daddy.
I know.
Hey, J3, you start that one up.
I know.
J3.
Let's rephrase the chicken breast.
Okay,
you gotta eat first, and you gotta have the chicken breast because it's the biggest piece of meat.
Yeah, I want that breast.
On the kids eating first or the man eating first?
Hey, how you the head of the house eating off the kids' menu at your own house? Make that make sense. How am I eating chicken McNuggets when it's a goddamn triple cheeseburger in there? No, ma'am. It's just like I say, to each his own. But it's got to be a certain order in this world.
Well, that's right. I push the breast off on the kids now because it's so thick and it ain't like it used to be. Before
I ain't got to eat it all. I put it rest in the refrigerator. It's mine. I put it rest in the refrigerator. It's mine.
J3, I also remember when a bat came in that chicken.
Oh, I remember that.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember the bat when it came on the chicken.
And the necks.
9 pieces of chicken. 9 pieces of chicken. I cut up a lot of chicken. It's 9
Come on,
pieces.
man.
And
Come on.
In the city, you got 8. The country, they got 9 to 10 pieces.
Yeah, because you got to remember that neck, like he said.
That's right.
Can I get it?
Can I read it? Can I read it?
Yeah.
So if you didn't have much food, would you go without and let your children eat?
Who going to get the food? Who need energy to go out there and hunt and get that food?
If you did it the way that they're speaking, then you're gonna go home, and then who's gonna do the hunting or paying the bills?
Me personally, now
there's an order. There's an order in life, and if y'all
take this back to my mama, I'm taking this back to the 60s.
Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
Now I done seen my mother where my mother filled my plate up. And I saw my mother had like 2 little pieces of something on her plate, because she always made sure I eat. And my mother, when it was me and my mother, it wasn't that easy. My mother started being a nurse and stuff, and it wasn't that easy. But she always made sure I ate, and my belly was full, and she ate what was left. I've seen that many times.
Yeah, mothers do that. But nature don't do that. Mothers do that. They did you for 9 months.
We
Mothers
talking about
do
that sorry fella.
Yeah, bro.
Can you read that for Miss T? I ain't got my glasses on.
The marriage ain't solid if he's ready to get a divorce over a piece of chicken or pizza. It's already shaky ground.
No. Oh, Crafty Leo. Let me speak to you for a moment. No, it's not about that. It's about the respect factor. If you don't have respect in the marriage, you might as well call it quits, because that's just the beginning. It's gonna get worse. Disrespect is something that snowballs over time. And if you telling me I don't work 13 hours and I'm getting a chicken wing to eat, the disrespect has started. How long am I gonna wait before I do so?
Rose petals and holding hands.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a whole lot more smoke. It's not that much smoke.
Give me chicken or give me death.
Stacy he from Georgia. See, these comments are super light. I thought they were gonna go heavy.
Hey. He's saying give him chicken. He ain't said nothing about the kids now. He said give him chicken. That's something totally different.
That's why I agree with him.
He rather have chicken than have pork.
Oh, so the video saw sister talking about is the guy came home from working 13 hours and they had nothing to eat.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
But as I say, for me in my house, my kids eat first. I make sure they full. My wife, the true thing to it is, I don't watch my wife many times. She made my plate, but the kids, she make their plate too. But them kids ate first to make sure that them kids get enough food.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure my kids are full, very full of chicken wings, chicken nuggets, whatever that secondary meal is. But what they ain't finna get full off and get their eyes all watered up for is the big piece of chicken. That is not what we're gonna do.
Old dried up breast.
Mine infused with lemon juice, I think. I don't know what's in there. That joke is delicious.
Yeah.
Every married man does not. Who said something about wearing ring?
Oh, you said go to home.
Married man don't wear a ring. They saying probably because you said something earlier.
Okay. Well, you got to start a conversation.
I don't wear my ring.
They don't want
you. Wait a minute. See, go ahead. I'm sorry, Miss T.
That's not traditional either. I'm sorry, Miss T.
Oh no, CC don't want your advice, bro.
Oh, it wasn't advice. No, it's not advice. It's just how I feel on the subject.
Yeah, that's not advice. Yeah, I like this guy.
Because he talk like he's single, don't he?
No, I just like this guy because he talks like a man. And I like real men today, because a lot of men's backs have been taken out. I like real men.
Hey, I heard a lady, an older lady, she about 60. She said she wanted to get married again. She said
she don't want no spaghetti back man though. I said, whoa.
That's right. I like real men. I'm straight up, bro.
You like what?
I like to engage with real men, brother.
All right, now Gina say her signal dropped. It got a little too hot in the kitchen for Gina. That was.
Yeah. I think somebody came in. I think somebody came in on my dog.
No, I know what it was. Her husband wanted a big piece of chicken, and
Dang.
She had to go cook it.
She in there battering up a breast right now.
Oh, I'm playing, Gina. I'm playing, Gina. Don't be mad at me,
Extra
Gina.
crispy, baby. Man, don't be playing. She in there extra crispy in that breast.
Oh, man. Hey, Miss T. Now, something else I wanted to address that I saw in the comments. They were saying single friends. Should married people have single friends?
I hated that. I saw that. I hated that.
No,
J3 made a comment on that.
Two people can't walk together and not agree. Let me rewind that. Two people cannot walk together and not agree. It's something about that single life that person living that you like. It's something about them wild weekends that this single person doing that you like.
That's right.
So I ain't got no single friend. If you single, we ain't even Facebook friends. We got nothing to talk about. We don't have. I don't have single conversations. I have nothing but married conversations. Nothing but married conversations.
What about your guy friends that you met before your wife?
Huh?
Them no more. The guy friends that you had before your wife that are still single right now. You don't talk to them at all anymore.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good to know.
No, ma'am. It's a cutoff.
That's why I said. That's why I said when you get married, it switches around. They're still your friend, but you don't really socialize with them because you have more married friends now.
No, why y'all do me like that, bro? Bro, why y'all do me like that?
Look, David, we cool, but you can't be my friend if you single. We cool.
I'm trying to figure it out. Why y'all do me like that, man? Y'all found good women that I didn't yet.
What?
Why y'all do me like that?
And the only reason I say that is because
we got smoke. Hold on. Crafty says, seems like you're the only one that wants to be respected. The wife works too. What about getting her the big piece of chicken at first? Let her eat first.
Okay, first off, this sounds like a strong woman we got in the comment.
A strong, opinionated woman.
Leo, I respect your strength as a woman. I really do. I respect your strength. You know what you want, and you will go get her. I know you are. But my wife can have the big piece of chicken, but she's gonna be eating it by herself. Big fat.
I know you. Yeah.
Hold it now, Roos. I mean, bro.
Craft is strong, opinionated. I see.
I respect that, Craft.
Yeah, I seen that 150 desserts you made too.
I don't have a problem with fixing her food. Now, like I said, if my wife says she's tired or whatever, I will fix my wife. I'll take her food. I do everything that needs to be done. The same thing that she does to me.
I can't hear him, bro.
I thought he said he fixed his wife a plate.
I can't hear him because you coughing.
Yeah, I had shortness of breath. I thought he said he fixed his wife a plate. I didn't know.
Yes, I did.
That would it sound like. Oh, that is what you said. Oh,
yes, I did.
Okay.
I cook for her. I fix a plate, take it to her, everything else. The same thing she do for me, I don't have a problem doing for her.
And that's cool. The only point I'm making is the type of man I am, I take all problems off the table for my wife. All problems off the table. So her focusing on cooking me something to eat and giving me the plate first, that's a very small portion of her day. That's all I'm saying. I eliminate all the BS out of her life that I can.
How about when she ain't feeling good?
I got her. Okay. I can order pizza. I can go get some takeout. I can. Man, I don't know what a pots and pans at, J3.
Oh, okay. We understand you don't know how to cook.
No, I don't.
But if you go to Subway, KFC, Popeye, you know how to put it on the plate and bring it to her.
I don't know how to do that.
So she laying in the bed sick, but you won't take it nothing. You'll just hey, the food on the table. But she's sick in the bed.
Yeah.
So she got to get up.
No, I'm gonna help up. No, I'm gonna help up.
She got to
J3
get
ain't
up
like
out
that.
of bed, bowels hanging and everything, but she got to come to the table to get her own food.
No, I'm gonna help her to the table, J3. I'm gonna pick up out the bed and bring it to the table.
Yeah, shit, Palamaki.
Look, first off, we talking very extreme now. We talking very extreme. Of course, I wouldn't make my wife get up sick. I would bring her plate.
No, you won't. No, you won't. The truth came out first.
She got to get her strength back because she got to start back cooking.
Why can't you have single friends just because you are married? That is stupid to think that.
See, I didn't like that either, Robert. I don't like that, Robert. Robert Gant, like me and you from the same woods, partner. I don't like that.
Friends, but I ain't gonna backtrack. I'm not gonna backtrack it though.
Like to me, Robert. I'm just talking to Robert in the room.
But you don't
sound like a bunch of hen peck men in here, man. I don't understand why you lose me as a friend. I ain't asked you to go out with me. I ain't asked you to
we cool. Go get your wife so we can be friends.
Shoot hoops. Man, me and we've been playing ball forever. And now I ain't got no wife and you want to kick me off the team?
Dave, go get your woman now. So we can be cool.
You need to go find a woman with some shoes on, Corey.
Oh, wait a minute.
No shoes.
J3, we got one here. We got a live one. Shandy Creek Music says, if the wife working harder than the husband, now let's break down this sentence. If the wife working harder than the husband, that's opinion. Because I don't think nobody go to the other person's job to see how hard they working. Let's start there. That's opinion. Then the husband, she deserves it, but if she ain't, she don't. What is working harder? How do you describe who working harder?
Getting up in the morning, talking all that. No.
Who's working a 13-hour shift? Who's working the part-time?
Okay.
So if I work part-time, I get chicken nuggets. No, ma'am. I still get a big piece of chicken. Wow. If I make $75 a week, I'm getting a big piece of chicken now. Come on now.
Now
he said it and he ain't taking it back.
We're both retired, but I believe at times my wife work harder than I do, just being in the house taking care of everything that needs to be done. Me, I got in the back with these animals, and a lot of times I'm talking to the animal instead of doing something.
That's a lot, J3.
Yeah.
Broke farmer.
But
you know how much it takes to keep them animals in line?
Yeah, not feeding them. They'll get straight.
Oh. Hey, look. Hey, we got a live one here. Hey, David. Hey, look, we don't hit a nerve here. Crafty Leo, we don't hit a nerve. Crafty Leo said, can I read like I think Crafty Leo saying? Broke farmer, listen here. I need to hear your wife say this stuff. Facts. Broke want to do one thing and then it disappeared. Okay. Crafty Leo, I didn't want no smoke. I'm finna get down because I think I've accumulated too much smoke already.
Put a smoking emoji if you want the smoke from Broke Farmer.
Oh, I can cook because all my men in my family cook. My dad is. No, I'm not saying don't learn how to cook. I'm just saying don't cook. That's it.
Oh no, you gotta be doing more.
Just say you don't know how to cook.
She said she's an asset.
Said I don't know how to cook. No.
Who is this? Sunshine? Sunshine, that's what I'm talking about. She said she's an asset to her married friends, and that's what the hell I'm talking about.
No, she ain't. Leave that cat. He ain't hitting on that.
Wow.
Sunshine, that's what I'm talking about. They trying to drop us single people because they married. It's like they don't want us in their crew. Okay, y'all gonna keep on playing, and we're gonna get this crew going like that single married. Y'all gonna be mad as hell.
I don't need every single woman in my crew.
Ooh,
I saw y'all at that Black's Tropical.
Dust flying around the Charlie Brown character. Oh my God.
Dust flying around like that dusty Charlie Brown character. Okay, all the
But and this is a great conversation and the only reason I came up because my opinion was different than other people. I wanted the whole spectrum.
Question: who works harder? Or a man working outside the home?
A stay-at-home mom or a man working? If you're a stay-at-home mom, you working 8 hours a day just like a normal person. I'm not saying I'm working harder than nobody.
Over 8 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm working harder than nobody. No.
You know, upset David Corey. You don't want you a fake friend. Just because he's single.
Yeah, ain't whatever you feeling security and happiness on your show, then get the big piece of chicken.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
We're pretty much caught up now. Amen.
Okay, so no sir, works 24 hours a day. A stay-at-home mom works 24 hours a day. So once I get home, I just go to sleep till it's time to go to work again.
Yeah.
Oh, so who cutting the grass? Who keeping the car up? Who fixing the house? And look, and cleaning. It's nothing wrong with men cleaning. Men clean. I clean. It's nothing wrong with this stuff. We were just strictly talking about cooking. That's it. We're talking about cooking and the big piece of chicken. And the big piece of chicken will reside in my plate first. That's all I'm saying. Now y'all keep them smoke emojis going now. Oh, it's some dumb married people that I don't want to be around. Good friends are hard to find. Oh yeah. I'm not saying be friends with everybody just because they're married. Where my boyfriend at? Is he in the chat?
I don't know, girl.
I don't know.
Go to Home Depot. Go to the fruit tree aisle. Because if he buying fruit tree, he got land too. Just saying.
We're gonna wrap this up and save some of this for another day. Everybody's just talking about this big piece of chicken.
Working outside the home ends, the housekeeping child care never ends. Okay.
Until it turn 18, 19.
Okay. The big piece of chicken you can't cook. Oh, Robert Grant, I apologize. Robert, it's just how I feel about stuff, man.
Oh my goodness. I think we all work hard. My husband and I compliment each other.
Didn't you have chicken breasts on your plate the other night too?
Yeah. Yep. I said next to him. He ate about good 3-4 plates.
Did it look like I had eaten chicken breast before? Did it look like it was in my normal diet?
He's an experienced chicken eater.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Hey. He was glossy-eyed and all, just staring forward.
He's like, I'm getting my $40.com. But thank y'all for coming up. Jesus. Great conversation. We definitely need to do this again sometime.
Hey. Wow. Hopefully by then Broke might be full up on chicken breast and let the kids get something next time.
Kids are tired of eating chicken nuggets.
Hey, I'm finna slide out. I gotta eat this leftover chicken breast for dinner last night.
Well, thank you, sir. We'll talk to you later. Oh my God, Jigs. I want to go have a drink right now. That was a lot to take in.
Hey. But I'm gonna let you go too, because I know you gotta run.
Ooh, yes, I got to get up. It's 2 hours. My booty hurt. I want to stand up.
And I did ask you whether you had shoes on.
Okay.
Let me stop. Be blessed, sis. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, Jake. Oh, thank everybody for all your input and everything. Wow. When I started this conversation, I did not expect it to exceed this far, but yeah, totally awesome. I enjoyed it. Thank everybody who came up on the panel. That was awesome. Great. I enjoyed it. Let me make sure I don't forget nothing. Oh, they said forget him. Girl, I've been cracking up over here too. I was like, can I say something? Thank you so much, Resilient Dad. Salute to the live from the Bay Area with respect. Thank you so much. Great chat. I am definitely going to be doing some more like this because I see how awesome this was. So to wrap it up, the Hypathon starts at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Please come and support everyone who is going to be part of this last Hypathon until hopefully June. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. It was going to take over. This was fun. Most definitely fun. I'm glad everybody enjoyed this. I will be thinking of some more topics similar to this. Don't want to keep trying to beat the same horse with the same topic. So I will think of some more over the weekend. But yes, the Hypathon does start. No, Ninja. It's over. You came to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't forget about that. Grandma Faye is going to start it off, then Swoops, and then everybody gets an hour slot. This was a great. You missed it, bro. You just got done with your live?
I did.
Okay.
That's the reason. It's not here because I didn't want to.
It was almost up to 60 people up in here.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So thank you. Do you have any words to say to everybody?
I just got here. Well, I had you running in the background as I had the other one channel just going, so you still got the credit for it. It's just that I want everybody to make sure that y'all come over here and make sure y'all hit the like button. You know, leave a comment, share it out because she be giving y'all this good material for y'all. So make sure y'all show us some more love and support because she definitely doing this for y'all as well. You know what I mean? But that's about it.
You gonna come to right at closing. Right at closing. So thank you guys so much. This Friday night, who goes live tonight? Nobody?
Rich New Design doing the explicit stuff that
Friday night at 10 p.m. And then Swoop Saturday night.
Correct. And also Rich New Design, he do like a Guitar Zero, whereas a lot of people play guitars and they like really talented with the guitars. He called it Guitar Zero because he feel like he's not on a level with them, but but I'll be able to support them with that part. He do that at 10 o'clock as well, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What whole new perspective. I got to catch the replay so I can see what I walked into. Facts, ma'am. I did not expect it to blow up like that, but that was awesome. This was a great live. I really enjoyed it. So now it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. I love you all. Thank you for the 40 people still in here. But
yeah,
I got to stand up and walk. So I will be on the Hypathon from 2 to 3 p.m. Yeah, and it's gonna probably be like something simple because we can't have these 2-3 hour live streams where other people need to go next. So peace and love. Greatly enjoyed. Thank you, Jay, the unknown supporter, for popping up the last 5 minutes. And I will see you guys at midnight. Love you all. Bye.